this is Russ. Time for a patient update and a new patient. Let's do the update first. And as usual, I'm just going to read these things to you because this way I don't miss anything, and it's a lot easier on top of that. All right, so patient 8M from Minnesota, remember him? And if you don't remember him, I will put a link up there so that you can see his original profile video as well. All right, so patient 8M is talking about clicking knees because I did a video recently about my knee giving clicks, all right? And it's still doing that, by the way, all right? All right, so patient 8M from Minnesota, he says, my knee also clicks. I went to my doctor Thursday and asked him about it at the appointment. He says the clicking is caused by the plastic patella component. I was concerned it was caused by the plastic spacer, which I am told you do not want to wear out. He said that knee swelling causes this clicking and do not be concerned about it. Okay. Let's hope mine is the same way. I won't be concerned about it, okay? He says, after watching Tony Maritato's video, and I'll put a link in the description below so you can see Tony's video on that. This exercise was a game changer for me. Every time I do it, my knee stops clicking for a while, and when the clicking starts later, it is not as loud and is now intermittent. All right, so we should all try that exercise, okay? I've also been watching YouTubes from Knee Over Toes Guy. I'll put a link to that video as well down there. And I believe he is totally correct. The more I stretch my knee over my toes, the better my knee feels. I did ask a therapist about this, and I was told the same thing I have heard all my life, which is do not let your knees go over your toes, all right? But your knee goes over your toes when you're going downstairs. That's true. Glad you are walking quicker at Costco. Take it as a victory. Yes, I do take that as a victory. Yeah, moving quicker is always a good thing, right? All right, so let's move on to patient 10M from Colorado. He's a new one for us. And here's what he has to say. Patient 10M from Colorado. I think he's the second guy we have from Colorado now. He says, I am a 52-year-old male from Colorado, about 2 weeks post-op total knee replacement. PT tells me I'm doing as well or better than what is to be expected. I'm at about 90 degrees flexion and 5 degrees extension. That's pretty good. Can walk short distances unassisted. Have pretty severe pain around the inside of my knee, which is pretty normal, I suppose. Yes, it is kind of normal. I did not have the best immediate post-op experience. I went into this with existing chronic back issues. I can only assume that at some point during the surgery, my back got thrown out, which I actually anticipated. Pretty sure it didn't help that it took at least 4 attempts to get the spinal block in the right spot. It was a teaching hospital. Yeah, that would hurt. 4 times? All right. During the initial recovery, my back pain was pretty severe and made me not really notice any knee pain. And while at the hospital, nothing was getting control of the pain. It was pretty embarrassing how hysterical I felt from the pain. So I told them I would do anything to go home. Once home, I was able to be as hysterical as I needed to be without risk of being put in a padded cell or wanting to put my hands on someone in an aggressive way. Yeah, pain could kind of make people do things that you probably don't want to do, all right? I can really relate to only a little of what you seem to be experiencing, and seeing your videos makes me realize it can always be worse and reminds me that I should stay focused on the positive. I try to learn from my experiences, and so far, one of the lessons is humility. Yeah, you are put into kind of tough situations that you just have no control over, okay? That said, as it stands right now, my other knee would have to explode off my knee with great vengeance and great... Okay. That said, as it stands right now, my other knee would have to explode off my leg with great vengeance and furious anger before I would have another surgery like this. Yeah. Makes you wonder if you want to do a second one, right? Okay. Thanks for exposing yourself in this way. That takes a lot of courage. I've subbed and be going through your videos as I recover. Okay, good luck on your recovery. Yes. Yeah, I think most of us kind of feel if we have to go through another one, it would take a lot to get us to do that. But I do know also that sometimes you have to go through it regardless whether you want to or you don't. All right. Now for me, I still have one more knee to do. I don't have to do it now. It doesn't hurt that bad. And I think I'm going to wait until it gets to the point where I have to do it. Now, there comes a point where you have to go and do it, right? If it's hurting so bad that you can't even function, you're going to have to do it whether you like it or you don't, all right? Because you can't just live with the pain forever. At this point, I'm not at that point, all right? So I know I've got some time, and I'm going to take that time. But there's also a point that if you don't go in and you're getting too old, you don't want to do that either. So I think you have to kind of play the game of how old can I be and still handle the pain of going through a knee replacement, all right? And I think that's where I'm going to be, because I tend to baby my knees. I don't stress them very hard, knowing that I've got problems with it. And I know that that's going to extend the time before I actually have to do a second replacement for my right knee. But I also know too that as you get older, it's harder to deal with the recovery of it. So I think there will be coming a point where I have to weigh the factor of, am I getting too old? Am I having too much pain? Somewhere in between there, and then that'll be the point when I make the decision to go do my second knee. So. Anyways, that is our new patient. He's given us a bunch of photos, as you've seen as I was reading through that. Let me comment a couple of things on his photos too. All right. First off, his scar is pretty high up there. I'm kind of surprised that the doctor went that far up, but I recently saw one on a thread that went way up the thigh. So I'm kind of surprised some of these scars are getting that high up. Okay, but his is pretty long. Mine's is long too, but not quite that long. And if we take a look at his X-rays, you can see that he definitely needed some type of replacement because he was a bone against bone. But looking at the finished product, all right, I can see he's pretty straight, because if we look at the side view of his knee implant, you can see he looks pretty straight. So he's claiming, where's he at? He says he's at, let's see, he said 90 degrees and 5 degrees of extension. Okay, so if that's 5 degrees, that almost looks like 0 degrees to me. But maybe something's holding it back. I don't know. But he looks pretty straight. So yeah, good for him. And being that he's only a couple weeks out from his replacement, and he's already at 90 degrees flexion, I think he's going to do okay. So yeah, things hurt. Keep at it. Don't give up. You're going to do fine. All right. Anyways, that's our two updates, one from a new patient and also from an existing patient. All right. If you like the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be featured too, let me just say real quickly, in the description below, you're going to see the video of how to make a submission for this. And yeah, if you give me an update every now and then, I will update other people too, so that they know how you're handling it through your own replacement time. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and send me some information by email. And then if you have a couple of photos, send those photos. I don't need to see a photo of you. I just need to see your knee. All right. And if you have some x-rays, that's great too. All right. Anyways, I will talk to you guys next time.